Tony Dunn with Carolina Cat Chronicles here. The Panthers held their final training camp practice at Wofford College, and Carolina looks to be on track for a strong season. The defense, led by the league's best linebacker core, looks to be dominant. One of the league's better defensive lines over the past few seasons only looks to have gotten better with the addition of Julius Peppers and the continued ascension of K1 Short in the middle. A secondary of rookie corners last season has looked in camp to quickly be maturing into a formidable tandem led by budding star James Bradberry. Carolina's offense may be better than expected as well. The Twin Towers, Kelvin Benjamin and Devin Funchess continue to make plays every day. Their physical dominance looks to be manifesting into the vision that Dave Gettleman had when drafting these two giants to play on the outside. While the big guys stand tall, Damiere Byrd continues to fly towards securing a roster spot. He had an impressive camp last season, and he continued that this season, highlighted by an impressive preseason debut where he reined in 2 touchdowns on 4 catches for 98 yards. Byrd, who has commented that he believes he can fill the role left by Ted Ginn Jr.'s departure, may have shown he can be better by reining in a 50-yard touchdown pass where he dusted a Texans corner in the first preseason match. Shortly later, he pulled in a red zone grab while laterally running the back of the end zone. His speed and playmaking ability has been much welcomed by a team who hasn't seen their second-round pick Curtis Samuel practice all training camp because of a hamstring injury he re-aggravated on the first day of camp. Cam Newton, who continues to rehab his shoulder, showed early signs that he was making good progress when he started the first week of camp throwing almost unhindered. Cam may have pressed too hard because he didn't throw the second week of camp and was heavily limited in this final week of camp. He's been active in many team and individual drills, and as sports medicine specialist Dr. Chow observed, no word of Newton having undergone another MRI is a good sign of no worry regarding structural damage. He likely saw his surgeon and had a cortisone or PRP injection to calm down inflammation, which mandates several days of rest. He continued, another good sign is Newton is still practicing, just not throwing. He has been at every practice and participated in running plays. If there was a worry, it likely would have warranted a complete shutdown. While it isn't ideal, Carolina is being cautious with their $100 man. Christian McCaffrey hasn't disappointed either and has been a good-looking addition to the Panthers' offense. He juked and jived every day, put in extra work, impressed the vets, and showed how he can get down between the tackles in the preseason. Special teams continues to be an area of interest. With Ted Ginn Jr. gone, people are wondering who will emerge as the Carolina Panthers punt returner. Rookie Christian McCaffrey is currently listed as the return man on the unofficial depth chart, but Damiere Byrd and Kellen Clay have both showed they are ready for the job. Oddly, one of the more embittered camp battles is at field goal kicker, where rookie Harrison Butker is trying to challenge veteran Graham Gano. It appeared that Gano had firm footing on the roster as he was the more consistent kicker in practice, but the kicking competition got a little more complicated when Graham Gano went 1 for 2 in the Panthers preseason opener, missing a 51-yarder and barely making a 45-yard kick that hooked just inside the left upright. Butker made his only attempt that was 51 yards, leaving Gano winning the camp battle and Harrison kicking Butker on the field. Aside from Curtis Samuel, all of the offseason additions have made a strong showing in camp. Christian McCaffrey is dazzled. Matt Khalil played well against Jadeveon Clowney and a nasty Texans pass rush. And Moton has been a mean and physical presence on the offensive line. Mike Adams has been a solid veteran presence at strong safety, and Russell Shepard has been remarkably good as a wideout. Injuries are part of football, and Carolina hasn't been immune to them. Curtis Samuel missed all of training camp with a hamstring injury. Captain Munnerlyn missed the first half of camp with a similar injury. Ryan Khalil and Star Lotulelei are both rehabbing shoulders that were surgically repaired in the offseason. Charles Johnson, who couldn't walk in February because of his injured back, has been limited. Matt Khalil had a minor groin injury to start camp, and Cam is nursing that shoulder back to health. Fortunately, the Panthers have avoided major injury. All of these injuries are ones that the Panthers are cautiously monitoring, but nothing that should be debilitating. The one concern is Vernon Butler, who sprained his knee in the Panthers' first preseason game. The team is optimistic he will be ready for the start of the season, though. Camp concluded today, but there are still many questions left to be answered throughout the preseason. Who will secure that 5th and 6th wide receiver position? Behind the starters in the secondary, do the Panthers have the depth to weather the season? Will Newton be rusty going into the season because of the limited action he has seen in training camp? While we are waiting for answers to these questions, we know a lot more about this team than we did 3 weeks ago. The Panthers' offensive line looks to be pretty sound, and there are some backups like Amini Solatuli and Tyler Lawson who are ready to provide some needed depth. Christian McCaffrey is as advertised plus more, and he will be an added it factor to an offense that was desperately needing a playmaker. Carolina's defense is the real deal and could be one of the best we've ever seen. The pass rush will be relentless, the linebackers are just nasty, and there are some real ball hawks in the backfield. There is a core of talent on both sides of the ball that will make the Panthers contenders every Sunday. Be sure to smash that like button, give this video a share, and subscribe to Carolina Cat Chronicles on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter to help grow Panther Nation. Visit CarolinaCatChronicles.com for the latest Panthers news and opinions from the fan perspective.